Hey guys, welcome back to the Movie Cave! I'm your host Ethan Barrett, and what we have today is part 14 of the Star Wars Battlefront 3 concept video series. For part 14 we have the hero guide for Grand Moff Tarkin. Before we start, I want to point out, if you haven't watched anything in this series so far, go watch those before you watch this one, because it would make more sense going forward. Again, that's gotta be a shirt at some point. So part 14, the hero guide for Grand Moff Tarkin. Let's not waste any more time, let's just get straight into this. Alright, part 14, we got another new face with Grand Moff Tarkin, one of Palpatine's right-hand man. From the Clone Wars to the beginning of the Galactic Civil War, before he passed away in that big fiery explosion. He spent so many years devoted to doing the Emperor's bidding, I still wonder to this day if he ever won an Imperial Award for Employee of the Month. He caused so much fear and destruction to the galaxy, especially an entire planet of Alderaan. So how do you add an Imperial mastermind to Battlefront 3? Well, I've done my research, so without any further ado, let's just get straight into this. So if you're like me a week ago, then you're probably saying, well, we only see Tarkin stand and bark orders, so I'm guessing his primary weapon is just him throwing punches. Well, that's not the case anymore. Because during my research, I happened to see this picture of Tarkin fighting some separatists with the clones, where Tarkin is using a DC-17 blaster pistol. So I would have his primary weapon be the DC-17. It would deal 18 damage to the body and 34 damage to the head from long range, and it would deal 76 damage to the body and 138 damage to the head from up close. Tarkin would have 650 standard health with a 200 health regeneration. Now, I can't see Tarkin being fast or agile at all, so I would give him the same run speed and jump height as the heavy trooper, with no double jump. Also, Tarkin can still dodge, but he's not going to do a dodge barrel roll. Instead, Tarkin would kind of sidestep lunge. Now, Tarkin's playstyle would be similar to BB-8 and BB-9E, because you can still excel with him, but Tarkin is more of a supportive hero. He's there to help make his teammates stronger. And because of that, whenever Tarkin is on an objective, he can capture the objective 5 seconds faster than anyone else. Now, moving on to the abilities. So, the left ability would see Tarkin throw a flash grenade that would deal 35 damage on impact, and it would leave the enemy's screen fogged up like these flying spider things do in the Avengers video game. The enemy's screen would stay fogged for 6 seconds, and while the screen is fogged, for those 6 seconds, the enemies affected would receive 2% extra damage taken. The right ability would see Tarkin and allies in a short radius go stealth on enemy radars, meaning they would not be seen on enemy radars for 10 seconds. And the middle ability would see Tarkin give himself and allies in a large radius a 100 HP health buff that also grants a 20% damage reduction and a 15% damage output for 13 seconds. Now moving on to the takedowns, I wasn't sure, but I came up with these ideas, so let's see how this goes. The first takedown would see Tarkin aim down the head of the enemy for the enemy to drop their weapon and put their hands up in the air, like they're surrendering. For Tarkin to just shoot them anyway, because Tarkin is just an awful person. And this would be the default takedown for Tarkin. The next takedown would see Tarkin shoot both arms and legs of the enemy before shooting the chest, putting them out of their misery. And this takedown would cost 8,000 credits to unlock. And the final takedown would see 2 troopers appear for Tarkin to start walking away. While his back is turned, the troopers would shoot down the enemy. And this takedown would cost 15,000 credits to unlock. Now moving on to the star cards, and again, before we start, seriously, go watch the other videos before you watch this one because it would make more sense going forward. So the first star card would be Officer's Presence, reduces the delay before nearby allies' health regeneration begins. His next star card is Stay Together. If he is within 15 meters of 2 friendly units, Tarkin and his close allies will take reduced damage. The next star card would be Fearless. The blast radius of Flash Grenade is increased. His next star card is Prime Electrocution. The effects of Flash Grenade will last longer if it hits 3 or more targets. The next star card would be Lingering Smoke. Stealth mode will be active for a longer duration. The next star card would be Control the Force. The base radius of stealth mode is larger. His next star card is Feel the Force. Focus Command gives more bonus health when activated. His next star card is Fueling the Rage. Focused Command has an active duration extended by 6 seconds, but its extra damage is reduced. And his last star card would be One Resistance. The recharge time of Focus Command is reduced if it affected at least 3 allies. Alright, so the appearances are similar to each other, but I still think it would be cool. So here's what I got. So Tarkin's default appearance in Battlefront 3 would be Grand Moff, which is his appearance in A New Hope. The next appearance option would be Captain Tarkin from the Clone Wars, basically Tarkin, but he's younger. I would have this appearance be 40,000 credits to unlock. His next appearance option would be Admiral Tarkin, basically his look from the Bad Batch, where he's still young, but you can tell he's starting to age a bit more. And I would have this appearance be 20,000 credits to unlock. His next appearance option is his helmet look from Rebels. Star Wars Rebels, we see him wear a helmet at one point, so put that as a appearance. I would have this appearance be 10,000 credits to unlock, because really, it's just a helmet. But this one, yes, this is self-indulgence. The last appearance option for Tarkin, his appearance from A New Hope, but it's the slippers. I would have this appearance be 60,000 credits. That's how awesome this is, okay? You know how hilarious it would be to run around in slippers? Now, if you don't know the story, the guy that played Tarkin in A New Hope, Peter Cushing, if you ever wondered why you never saw his feet, they always filmed his scenes from the waist up. It was because he refused to wear the boots. He always, he said they hurt his feet, he wouldn't wear the boots, and he wore slippers instead. And so they filmed his scenes from the waist up, as you can see from the pictures. I want this outfit. I mean, come on. They've already added Dooku's pajamas to Battlefront 2. Like, what are slippers gonna hurt? That would be hilarious. Have Tarkin running around in slippers. 60,000 credits. I think that's fair. Now, moving on to the emotes and voice lines. Moff Tarkin has had so many great lines in Star Wars, like literally a boatload. So let's just get straight to them. Now, each emote and voice line would be 5,000 credits to unlock. So Tarkin's first emote and voice line would be obviously the iconic,
"You may fire when ready."
The next one would be,
I think you overestimate their chances.
His next one would be...
Charming to the last.
His next one would be...
We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
The next one would be...
When has become now, Director Krennic. The Emperor will tolerate no further delay.
The next one would be...
Failure will find you explaining why to a far less patient audience.
The next one would be...
I reserve my trust for those who take action.
The next one would be...
Make no mistake. From now on, failure will have consequences.
The next one would be...
So you see, this criminal cannot be what he claims to be, and I shall prove it.
The next one would be...
That was quite an impressive display.
The next one would be...
Have I offended you?
And the last one would be...
You do not know what it takes to win a war, but I do.
So guys, this was the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Please go subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Make sure that you hit that bell notification so you always know of when I post. Be sure that you comment down below what you want to see next, and also share this video with everybody that you know, because that would be great. So guys, I thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you go check out my previous videos in the series. I will leave a link in the description down below to my Battlefront 3 concept playlist. Make sure that you go check out all of those videos in continuity, because why not? Also, go make sure that you follow me on all my social medias, from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram and to TikTok. I will leave a link in the description to my social medias. Go check them out and go follow me on all my social medias. And finally, guys, make sure that you stay tuned for the next video. You are not going to want to miss it. I love you guys. Stay sexy, people. I will see you in the next one. Bye.